Hola!
Somebody!
God damn it.
Once.
Hold. Okay.
Me. Took me a sec to realize what was going on. I said me. Who's next?
Zane.
Damn it, I ruined it.
It's Zane.
It's fine. I don't know the song.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't
I
the
really
sharpest
don't care
tool
if
in
you're
the
singing
shed.
it.
Yes, fuck you too. Anyway, we're continuing. Why fear me? I'm only an elf.
Maybe we'll actually see Shrek this time. Let's see.
Nope, he's next chapter, chapter 8, if I recall.
You're thinking we can't get through one chapter in one recording session. I
Now
understand.
you're thinking with portals.
I understand your concern.
Author's note. Thank you, kitty cat girl is for reviewing. Is it me or are you and Platinum Gal the only ones that review? Strange, huh? Well, I'm not complaining. Lol, I'm just thankful for what I get, lol.
Lol.
Well, with that attitude, you're not going to go anywhere in life.
With the author's notes already. Why?
Why? Why what?
I've already been over this several times, Zane. I know you never listened to me, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, is it my line?
No. Well, please review. That might get you guys faster updates. Grins. Oh, and have some cake. Holds out a piece of cake and a fork. That better be on a fucking plate. I'm not eating cake out of your fucking hands.
No, it's just like a piece of cake, but it's stuck on a fork, and she's offering you the fork.
No, I'm just imagining that she is holding the cake in her hand. Like she is
Tom's
palming
idea.
that cake. Like the worst way you can hand someone a piece of cake.
Really?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure having it on a fork only is just a spell for disaster, because then you'll have floor cake.
Yes.
At least she could have washed her hands before handing you the cake.
At least there's a possibility of you catching the cake before it hits the ground. Then it's only touched your hands.
I don't know, man. If the cake's like hitting the ground, I'm pretty sure it's crumbling in more than one piece.
It's the cake equivalent of someone giving you your drink by putting their hand in the glass.
What if they're wearing gloves?
I still don't want their hand in the glass.
Well, that's the thing. A liquid dispels. A solid has like a good freeze side. You can just cut the layer, like where her hand was, and everything, between that layer is safe. Just don't eat the icing if it's on the bottom.
Why did you only eat half the cake slice I gave you? No
because
reason.
you touched it.
Well, here's the thing. There's more than half on that cake that's free. It's more like there's an eighth of the cake left.
It depends on how she grabbed it.
Exactly, which
Like
is why putting it on a fork is a more viable option.
Exactly. The fork is better.
A higher risk or reward, because then it could crumble in different pieces, just like my life is constantly.
Tom, read your fucking line already.
I was waiting for y'all to stop. Y'all seemed like you were going to be going. With that, I spun on my heel and started for my room. After a few seconds, I heard footsteps hurrying after me. I already knew what it was.
I already forgot what we were doing.
I remember she challenged
getting...
Lancelot to a fight on the
Yeah, she was getting racist at that, and then she challenged the person to a fight.
Don't think you can stop me, Artie, because you can't, I snarled, kicking the door to my room open and heading for my closet.
Hey, somebody!
This is why Shrek's coming next chapter. He sensed disturbance in the Smash Mouth.
I sense a disturbance in the force. I can't do
feels like
Shrek's
I'm walking on the sun. Zane!
What?
He read his line.
Oh yeah, he did finish his line.
Shut up, dude. I know what I'm doing.
I still had it told him what I have in my suitcase.
I'm not planning to stop you. Lancelot crossed the line. I'm just worried that you'll lose behind me. And how are you going to get a sword?
Or just say I pulled my suitcase out and I placed it on the bed.
I'm not gonna lose, I stated, unbuckling the metal buckles and opening the lid. You don't need to
pulled out-
specify that there's buckles if you said that you unbuckled it.
But how would we know if they were metal or not?
I unbuckled the zipper.
I unzipped the zipper.
I unzipped the buckles.
Yes, the floor is made of floor.
Exactly.
Unbuckling the metal buckles and opening the lid, I pulled out my AR-15.
That's the joke. I'm not gonna lose.
Not gonna lose.
Takes out gun. Where the moment like that sword popped up, I was like, oh god, this is giving me some don't come to school tomorrow vibes.
You know, I'm just thinking this is going to be just a beatdown on Lancelot, and there's going to be no stress in the situation whatsoever. And I'm just
But
like,
the principal's gonna be mad at her and not Lancelot, even though he started it.
Yeah, that's a prediction for you.
No, don't worry. That's why Shrek's coming next chapter. He'll tell them to get off his swamp. Ooh. Yeah, it's your line, Tom.
All right, whose line is it? Is it
Yours.
mine? Which?
Yours.
Where am I?
As I
Whose
lifted-
line is it anyway?
Okay. As I lifted my sword and its belt out, I heard Artie gasp from beside me. I buckled the belt across my chest and buckled the sword in place on my back. Artie didn't say anything. He only gawked at my sword. Silently, I walked out of my room with Artie hot on my heels.
He'd never
Artie's
seen
that
one
kind of
that
walker
big
where
before.
he, like, clips your heel in the back, or like, you know.
Ha-
Come on, Artie. That's just immature to do that on purpose. It's not like I did that to my friends constantly. After a few minutes, we got to the field where Lancelot was already waiting.
Fuck. Got to the field. Okay. Finally, I thought you'd never show up. He mocked, drawing his sword.
You
Why
wish
is
I never
Lancelot
showed
such a
up.
shit?
You wish I never showed up. I whispered, drawing my own sword and getting into position. Okay.
Good luck, Artie whispered before scampering off into the sidelines. 50 on Lancelot.
Oh my god. Sorry, I was checking things.
It turns out.
Yeah, it turns out most of the school turned up for this.
Yeah, right.
Just because he's the popular kid at school. That's how that works. I took a moment to push my anger down and replace it with cold concentration. I prefer my concentration a bit hot. Honestly.
I wish I had concentration.
It's a bit of
Focus.
steam rising off that cup before I'd gulp it down.
See, this is why I play rogues instead of mages, because I can't concentrate.
I thought it was just because you had a real life problem with stabbing people.
You mean stabbing them when they're not looking? Yes, but, you know.
See, that's why I never took my eyes off you whenever I was at your apartment.
Here, could you
Sounds
hold
like-
this for me for a second? Stab someone.
I don't have to worry about Tom stabbing me. We already had this discussion yesterday.
What? Tom? Hello?
There's a mosquito.
There's a mosquito. Stabs with knife. Ah! If you're gonna hit a mosquito, use the flat of the blade.
With a battle yell, Lancelot charged, sword raised. I raised my sword to stop his, sparks flying off as metal met metal. I almost laughed at Lancelot's astonished expression as I twirled and slashed his unprotected side. He died. He barely managed to stop my strike in time.
Artie. Oh, okay. Perspective change. I watched in awe as my best friend held her own on my worst enemies. Ava was right when she said that she won't lose. I hate the construction of that sentence.
Yes.
Is he breaking up for me only?
No, he's breaking up for everyone.
Okay. You want me
Seriously,
to reread
Tom,
that?
the relationship has just begun, really.
What? I'll reread the line then, I guess.
Wow,
Like,
I've never seen a joke go that high over my head before, dude. That's a new record.
I
It's a
watched.
joke because of the phrase breaking up.
Ow. I watched in awe as my best friend held her own against one. Ava was right when she said that she won't lose. And like I said, I hate the construction of that sentence.
Can y'all hear me just fine? Before
Yeah, I can
read
hear
this?
you. Am
Yes.
I breaking up a lot?
A bit.
Okay,
Not necessarily a lot.
let me hang up and come back and see if that'll fix something.
You fool! How dare you?
Okay, am I coming through all right?
You're quieter.
Okay. I was a little bit quieter and just weird. Okay.
I was
I
just
need-
checking if I was quiet too, since I'm at my parents' house. Don't want to be too loud or whatever. Didn't know if I was mumbling again.
You're not.
As the fight continued, I watched Ava push Lancelot back, step by step. Damn. I could see the look of panic and fear on Lancelot's face. Ava's eye had held a cold confidence and concentration, mixed with another emotion, one that she was struggling to hold back. Lust. She was enjoying this. Ava's strikes were a lot quicker and powerful than Lancelot's. I could see Lancelot's arm tremble every time he parried one of Ava's powerful slashes. My eyes stayed on Lancelot for a bit longer before moving to Ava. She looked like an ancient war goddess, with her blue-black hair swirling around her and the burning in her violet eyes. As she ducked one of Lancelot's swings, that hidden emotion went out and filled her eyes, making them turn darker and added more ferocity to her swings. Ava twisted around and slashed at Lancelot's leg, both tearing the cloth and leaving a long cut in the skin. He yelled in pain, and Ava took the opportunity to knock Lancelot's sword out of his hand with a powerful swing. Only when Ava raised her sword for another strike that I realized she was intending to kill Lancelot. He saw this and rolled out of the way of her swing.
I mean, if you're gonna fight, you may as well go for keeps.
Okay, did he break up at the worst time for you two? Zane? Zane?
Did we lose Zane?
Yeah, I am audible. Zane?
Hello?
You there?
Yes?
Hello?
Are you there?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Hello?
I can hear you. Hello?
Hello?
Are you memeing on us?
Alright, so I'm just
He's
gonna
taking a
pause
piss.
my Destiny 2 download just in case that was
Okay,
causing problems.
Okay. But I swear, like, the way that Tom ended up, like, breaking up, it sounded like he said, if you're gonna fuck, you might as well play for keeps.
I said fight.
I know you said fight, but you cut out right in the middle of the word fight.
Nope, I heard fight.
Okay, for me, he broke up right in the middle of the word fight, so it sounded like fuck.
Are you
Thanks,
sure that he's
Discord.
breaking up, or do you think you're just trying to hear what you want to hear?
Well, I'm always trying to hear what I want to hear, but that's besides the point.
Exactly, you want to fuck Tom.
Nah, not my type.
Oh, please. Tom's best daddy, let's be real.
I don't know how to take that.
I don't know, I'd just be too aggravated by the fact that his facial hair and the hair on top of his head don't match. It's like Mario. I rushed out onto... Wait, no, it's... yeah, it's my line. I rushed out onto the field and tried to restrain Ava as Lancelot tried to get back onto his feet. She struggled in my grasp, but he dropped her sword and slumped over, panting hard. When she lifted her head, I saw that her eyes were her normal violet instead of dark purple.
What happened? She asked.
Did I kill him?
Is he dead? Did I won?
What happened?
What do you mean? You were the only one who was fighting, I stated, hearing the confusion in my voice.
Anyway. I don't know. I mean, last thing I remember was dodging one of Lancelot's swings, and then nothing, she whispered, her eyebrows furrowing in thought. Ah, yes, the magical white brunette that I hear so much about in these young adult stories.
What?
She's not. Does brunette mean black hair? I thought that means brown hair.
Brunette includes black and brown.
Huh. But does it include black and blue?
I don't know, let me punch you for a bit.
Haha.
You, Lancelot. Is that where I am?
Yes.
You, Lancelot yelled, causing both of us to lift our heads. You tried to kill me.
Yes.
So ever since they mentioned this lady having blue and black hair, do you know what I think she's looked like? This.
Yeah. Damn it.
Hey, it's blue and black hair, so I mean,
Yeah.
thanks, Dead by Daylight face models. Really are professional and cute-looking faces. Really. What do you mean you were the one who was fighting? I don't know.
No.
Eyebrows furrowed more as she asked, I did?
I tried to kill you? You'd think I'd remember that.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Squidward.
Sort of. Before Lancelot could make a comment, I said, I'll take her back to her robe. She's tired and she can't think clearly.
With that, I picked her up, ignoring her protests, retrieved her sword off the ground, and headed back for the school.
Fireman's carry.
Artie, put me down. I can walk on my own, Artie. David protested weakly as we were walking through the halls to our hallway.
I only lifted my eyebrow and she fell silent. You're carrying her. There's few positions you can carry. Oh, God, it's bridal carry.
Artie dragged me across the ground like a dead corpse. He wasn't very strong.
Of course you'd go bridal carry. Unironically.
I mean, how else should she be carrying her in this situation?
Same way Shrek carried Fiona in the first movie. Thrown over one shoulder.
You think Artie could do that? Do you think he has a solid enough shoulder to do that?
You need solid shoulders to bridal carry someone.
Mm-hmm. So if he can bridal carry, he could definitely throw her over one shoulder.
Carry.
I don't know
Like
enough
a
about
bag
carrying
of dog
individuals, so I'll just agree. Yeah, it makes sense.
You are going to stay here and rest. I'll bring some food up in about an hour, but you're going to stay here.
I didn't finish my line.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had.
No, I was questioning how she saw his eyebrow raise.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, and now I'm depressed.
Mm-hmm.
After fumbling with the doorknob to her room, I kicked the door.
Somebody!
Stop kicking the door!
I hear if you kick open a door 3 times, you summon Shrek.
Also, it's the whole thing.
This is the second time.
Wait, then how did you carry? Because bridal carry, you can't mess with a doorknob unless, like, the arm under her legs just kind of...
That's why he kicked the door.
I'm just imagining he's like trying to grab it with his hand. He's like, this is awkward. Boom! Just kick the door.
Gonna use you as a battering ram. What?
You're fine.
I kicked the door open and gently set her on the bed.
You are going to stay here and rest. I'll bring some food up in about...
I hate how you did that.
Well, I mean, that's what the inflection is.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the inflection.
I'll bring some food up in about an hour, but you're going to stay here in here until then, I stated sternly, leaving no room for protest.
That's like old-timey comic book shit.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to the chemical factory.
I'm just waiting for her to just stand up and leave anyways.
Leaves through window.
Well, he can't lock her in there. It's not a princess tower.
Good point.
How
the
did
lock
Fiona
would be
get
on the
food?
inside. Dragon.
Huh. They should have really, like, established a friendship or something between them then.
I mean, it's never stated that they didn't.
How the fuck do most of these characters that end up in these situations get food?
Let's see.
How did Sleeping Beauty survive for almost 100 years in suspended animation?
Dwarves.
Magic.
No,
Magical
that's Snow
dwarves.
White. That's Snow White.
Sleeping Beauty?
Sleeping
Why'd she
Beauty
go
is
to
a different
sleep?
one. That was the one where she pricked her finger on the needle of a spinning wheel.
Yeah, magic.
Yeah, that wasn't dwarves, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's still magic.
Not all dwarves are magic, you know.
Not all spinning wheels.
Yeah, but
In
it
the
wasn't the
original
spinning wheel.
story-
It was the curse from the
In
spinning
the
wheel.
original story, it wasn't a spinning wheel, but it was a flaxseed, and the way it came out was that one of her children sucked the finger out of her finger. Now you may be wondering, why does she have children? That's because someone fucked her in her sleep.
Yeah, the old fairy tales were
Yeah,
weird.
that's not my kind of fetish.
I sure as fuck hope not.
Yeah, I like my people awake when I do it.
I like my people consenting.
I mean, the only way you can really consent if they're asleep is if there's like a dream demon involved. But
Like
if
a
I recall, the
succubus?
last dream took you. No. Like that one that
I'd
used to
say
stare.
that it's just dream sex.
No, I'm talking about that old person who used to be in your room who just stared at you a lot while you were asleep, like was stuck with sleep paralysis.
Oh, my ex.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she's a bad example of that.
Yeah, she doesn't talk much.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry for bringing up your ex, man. My bad.
I'm
Anyways,
not
where are
laughing.
we?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Chad. I just want to clarify that.
I glanced at the belt buckle. You were going to stay here. She nodded weakly and started to fumble with the sword belt around her chest. With a tired growl, her hands flopped down to her sides.
Can you take this off me? She asked, gesturing to the belt.
I glanced at the belt buckle and felt blood rush up to my cheeks. The gleaming silver buckle was located right between her breasts.
Oh, fuck off! What shit tier anime?
Huh?
What
What?
shit tier anime did this crawl out of?
Wait, what'd you
All
read?
of them.
Sorry.
The I glanced was the one I read, and so you're right, I guess.
No, what are we talking about as a bad anime
He's
thing?
all embarrassed because the belt buckle he was told to unbuckle is between her boobs.
Then lift it out so it's not between them.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
What? If the belt buckle's so tight that it is literally separating her breast like an anime, then you've got another problem on your hands. Let's see.
I'm
I
just
glanced
more
at the belt
upset about the "oh no, she told me to do something involving her breasts" trope thing.
I guess, is that it?
That happens. Yes, it starts with, I guess.
I guess she sensed my hesitation because she said, "Oh, I'm not gonna slice your head off of your shoulders once you take it off."
Still a bit unsure, I quickly unbuckled the belt and slid it out from under her.
Small blush colored her cheeks as she whispered, "Thanks," and closed her eyes.
I'm going to beat one of you to death with the other.
The second she
Oh, that's
closed
lovely.
her eyes, I ran out the room with the sword because, gosh, this is a cool sword and I wanted it.
Elven make. Almost as good as Dwarven make.
I could just picture her hearing Artie go, "Oh yeah, this is real nice." Her eyes just shoot open and he's just staring at the sword.
Gently kisses the sword.
I read my line.
Yes, that you did. Whoops. I put the belt and sword back into her suitcase and then put that back into her closet, stuffing it in the darkest corner in there. Fucking big's our closet.
It's like
If this is a dorm, it's basically just like a 6-inch space.
Oh man,
Or
it's
magic.
elf magic.
I was
After
going to say, it's like the freaking episode of Futurama where Fry moves in with Bender, and it's like he's like goes into Bender's closet, which is this huge space.
Good. After glancing back at Ava's sleeping form, I quickly exited her room and made my way to the library.
The librarian smiled at me and said, "I knew you would come sooner or later. Here's a book about the forest elves."
Jesus, racist much?
The fuck is going on?
She handed me a thick, dusty book and had a strange language written on the front.
I don't think that. Oh wait, no, okay. Oh, that only means Book of the Forest Elves. This is a translated version of the original book. The librarian stated, seeing my confused expression.
But I want to read more about the Christmas elves.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I nodded and headed for a table, flipping the book open once I sat down. Let's see. History, appearance, talents. Behaviors. Pages 460 through 465. I flipped the book open to the page and started reading.
Why do I keep getting the long ones? Ugh.
Because you need more reading in your diet.
The forest elves have many emotions and behaviors, like humans.
Gee!
Most elves don't eat meat, except for in very urgent circumstances. The elves were known for their airy presence and mood swings. An elf is rarely outwardly cruel and savage to others, unless faced with a traumatizing and brutal past.
This race could suffer from PTSD.
When angered, an elf often has to restrain their temper, otherwise they will attack. Like most people. In battle, an elf's skills are unmatched, a shift into a state of mind that an individual can't control their body in battle. They call it
Draegyarn.
They call it Draegyarn. I call it bloodlust.
There is so much wrong with the way this is being done.
And is extremely rare for an elf to possess, almost as if this is probably just a mental disorder. Please help these elves. They have more than just these kind of problems.
They need medication.
It's characterized by the darkening of the elf's eyes. Their attacks are more vicious, attempted to kill the opponent, loss of memory from that point, or when they snap out of it, and extreme fatigue afterward. It is very rare condition that one's chance of being born with it is 1 in a million. It is very dangerous to handle an elf that is a bloodlust boy. I'm not even going to attempt to say that word.
Let me see what it is.
No, Tom already said it pretty much.
No, Draegyon.
Very few see the effects of Draegyarn. I live to tell about it.
Oh, God. You know what's always great? When a thing happens and then an exposition happens that is literally just the entirety of what you just witnessed. That are good writing. Just the best writing. Oh, God. If that ever pops up in Unmasked, kill me.
Alright, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Me being upset about shitty ways of doing exposition.
Also, did you know schizophrenia, that mental disorder that causes people to see and hear things? I think that's schizophrenia. So I'm in a lot of psychology classes, so we've been learning about that, and apparently they claim that everyone who has schizophrenia has really negative thoughts and emotions about it.
Generally.
I'm wondering if that's actually true, or if all the people who have positive voices in their head aren't really, causing a problem. So
you can do this!
Yeah, since they're not doing anything unnatural, or it's not terrifying or traumatizing them, it's not reported on.
There's just one person, they're always in a really great mood and no one knows why, and it turns out they just have schizophrenia where all of the stuff they're hallucinating is really positive and uplifting. You can do this.
Or some of the stuff they see is so wild and out there, they're just yeah, this can't be real.
It's alright if you failed. You could always try again. You'll find someone who loves you eventually. You just have to keep looking.
The only small thing you notice about it is that every once in a while they just look at the wall or something and they just kind of nod. You think they're just talking to themselves in their head, but it's actually someone else that they think is there. It's just being you got this, man.
They just say thanks at random times.
Hey, thanks. What?
Nothing.
Alright, is it my line?
No.
No, it's...
You literally finished yours. I went on a rant and then you came back.
Sorry, my mom looked at the word and she was going to see if she could try to pronounce it, and she looked at it once and was like, nah.
Draegyarn, I think is... That's what I'm going with.
I closed
She's
the book.
Dovahkiin.
Yeah, don't show us a thing and then do exposition that only tells us exactly what we saw earlier.
Unless the thing was confusing, but in this case it wasn't.
And if you're going to do shit like this, have a mention of it beforehand. of, oh, hey, this is a thing, as like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
You're
I saw
doing
her
it
eyes darkening
backwards.
before. Yeah.
Like Dragon Ball Z, they mentioned Super Saiyan before Super Saiyan happened.
Oh yeah, didn't
It's
Vegeta
not-
try to say he was a Super Saiyan before he was one?
It's not,
Yes.
yeah. It's not that Goku went Super Saiyan, and then Vegeta just started expositing Super Saiyan, saying, like, specifically pointing out that it causes your hair to turn blonde and your eyes to turn blue.
Funny thing about that, he actually, when Akira Toriyama drew that, he was just like, I don't feel like coloring. I'm just going to leave it blank, so we'll just come up with a different explanation for it later.
And that created an entire thing of just every time a character gets powered up, they suddenly become blonde.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking anime from then on.
Mm-hmm.
I closed the book and sat back in my seat. Well, this explains a lot of the unusual behaviors Ava has, including her hatred of me. You know, the thing that we easily picked up on earlier that you didn't need to point out.
Oh right, we're still in Artie. I thought the librarian showed the alpha book on elves, and I was very confused. I was like, wow, okay, cool.
Your body's going through some changes.
Let me show you.
You might experience some bloodlust. This is normal. Well, Lancelot owes me his life. If I hadn't stopped Ava, she would have killed him while under the influence of Dragion.
Yeah, he would have deserved it.
Yeah, like the whole thing with like the fucking like Helsings. I've told you about this, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Like when that gets implemented in the story, I'm not going to just like outright explain like the mechanics of it. It's that you're either going to have like you're going to see it, and then later, like you're going to see it, like like have it be like, what the hell was that? Oh, this character's a Helsing. Oh, I got it. And then like later on in some of the other stuff, explanations of like where the fuck Helsings came from. Not, well, you see, Helsings are this. It does this.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Glancing at the clock, I was shocked to see I had been reading for almost an hour. Screw drama class. Oh,
Wait,
come
it
on.
took
Drama
an
class
hour
is-
to read only 5 pages?
Took an hour to read that paragraph.
Probably fantasizing about giving her bloodlust and then going to town with her.
Oh, what the fuck? Rage sex.
Mm-hmm.
That always goes well. Just ask my multiple stab wounds.
And the large scratches on my back.
No. The large scratches are from other things. The stab wounds.
Now this I can confirm was only from the rage.
It's like the bite marks, not from rage. God damn it.
I jumped up and handed the book back to the librarian with a hurried "thank you," and rushed down to the kitchens where I pilfered a salad and 2 cupcakes. She was going to need the sugar. No.
Is she
Because-
diabetic? Or hypoglycemic? Hypoglycemic.
Who knows, man?
Rushing back to Ava's room, I quickly entered and sat down at her desk. On her
I
desk.
yeah.
She wakes up, it's just him, like, lying on her desk. Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
I brought you a salad and a cupcake. You're gonna need the sugar, babe.
Is it okay with eggs, then?
Maybe? I don't know.
Because those tend to be in pastries.
She's vegetarian, not vegan, so
Well, no, some vegetarians don't eat eggs. It's kind of like how some vegetarians will eat fish.
well, is she a vegetarian morally or just
It just says that
Food-wise.
elves hate meat.
I was just going to say, it just seems like she doesn't like meat, so she probably is fine with everything else. It's just meat is something
Yeah,
she
I don't
doesn't
think this
like.
is a moral dilemma. Like, I don't want to eat anything living. I think this is just I prefer salad.
It's like,
I don't want to
meat
eat
does not-
anything living. That's why I live off the soil.
Well, you literally can't eat anything that has not been given life through the sun in some form or another.
Yeah. Basically, like, I can understand, like the people who become vegetarian because of the shit that the meat industry pulls, because that is some fucked up shit.
Oh, for sure.
Don't even get me started on factory farming.
Seen enough videos and read enough books on that to know all about that. Ugh.
Yeah, fuck factory farming, don't at me. Let's see. I glanced down at the scattered pieces of parchment and saw a few ink drawings among them. Carefully picking one up, I saw it was a picture of Ava and I sitting under our favorite tree laughing. I smiled at the tender feeling she managed to create in the picture.
Dun-dun-dun.
Now I'm just thinking of Pickwen's model. The art almost seemed alive. It was very disconcerting.
A small groan brought me to my senses. Turning my head, I saw Ava slowly sit up and stretch her limbs. For some weird reason, my heart fluttered at the sight.
What are you doing in my room?
Arg, how long was I out? She asked groggily, gazing at me with sleep-glazed eyes.
Well,
And why
someone
the fuck
hasn't
are you
been
in my
using their
room?
trance ability.
Looks
No,
like she
only-
doesn't have Fey ancestry.
She's only a half elf.
Ugh.
Oh, only about an hour. Here, I said, passing the salad and a fork to her. Food!
Feed me, Daddy.
Oh, God, why?
She took it gratefully and dug into it, wolfing down the various pieces of vegetables in the bowl. After a few minutes, she passed the bowl back and looked around for more. Chuckling softly, I passed her a chocolate cupcake while I got the other one. She ate it eagerly while I made mine last for a while.
She inhaled it.
Oh gosh, she's Kirby. Kirby the elf.
I've done that with zebra cakes before.
I do that with every
mouth.
food in my face. Yes, even that kind of meat.
Nice.
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 Your line.
She took it gratefully and
No.
yeah. So, tell me, what the hell happened to me during the fight? She stated, making herself comfortable in her bed.
Well, apparently you have a rage state. You went full Tigrex. Never go full Tigrex. I took a deep breath and started to tell her about the fight, blow by blow, from the point where, Daejeon took control, from the point where Daejeon took control to the point where I had to interfere a few seconds later.
I
With
like
each
how
press...
I like how giving her this illness kind of takes away the responsibility from the fact that she literally just tried to murder another student.
Yeah, like, hell, even the whole thing of her having an uncontrollable rage state wouldn't be so bad if she remembered what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine if she had been, if, like, Lancelot had, like, grabbed, Arthur had, like, grabbed her, pulled her out of the way, and, like, it started to, like, wear off. She's like, oh, shit!
Mm-hmm.
That would have been more impactful than, what happened? Like, fuck, at least with Charlie, I have it to where it's just a whole thing of her mind is fucked up. Ugh.
Yeah, we're still supposed to feel sympathy for this person who just tried to murder someone.
Yeah, and it's, like, again, it's the whole, like, if it had been to where she was still conscious, just not in control, at least it could have been, like, a tragic thing.
Yeah.
With each passing second, her eyes got bigger and bigger.
Sorry, I just X'd off my web browser by mistake. I'm scrolling
God
back up.
fucking damn it, Tom!
That was a pro gamer move right there, Tom.
How?
I
How do you do
don't
this?
know. I think I was trying to X something else off, and I ended up Xing it off instead, and just...
Why do people have so many tabs open on their computer? I have only 3 applications open right now.
I have 3 open as well. It's just...
I have 2 open. What's the third one you guys have open?
Steam?
Adobe Acrobat. It's Zane's character sheet for the holiday one-shot.
Okay. Did you get my email?
Yes, I
Just
did.
send it through
I haven't downloaded it yet, but I did receive
We've
it.
been over this, Zane.
Looks
File
like
too
you should
big.
buy Discord Nitro.
God fucking damn it.
Once I was done talking, she stated, well, at least Lancelot got what was coming to him. Now he's got a reminder to never piss me off. Yeah, because that's the lesson to take away from here.
I laughed at that comment. You almost murdered a student and went to jail.
I go into an uncontrollable rage state where I try to kill people. Da-da-da! Yep, now he'll never bother us again, I stated playfully, drawing a tired smile out of Ava.
And this is the part where we go to Lancelot talking to the principal, who expels her immediately.
We're Lancelot planning revenge.
Yep.
Lovely.
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 Mr. Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Potter, you're not supposed to stick your dick in the potions.
I don't care if you're the son of my high school crush. You can't do that.
She glanced at the clock and her eyes got bigger.
Please stop, Mr. Potter. You're making me uncomfortable.
No, Potter, that can't be your magic wand.
I don't know why, I'm just suddenly imagining like an alternate universe where like Snape had to raise him instead.
Snape's just very disappointed in Potter.
Initially, I resented this child, but he's grown on me. Stop playing with the potions.
Potter,
They're
you're
not
going
toys.
Potter, no, if you mix those together, you're going to blow up the room.
Just a baby launched. Like a toddler launched across the... I don't know why I'm suddenly imagining that you would have been better off than Lily's siblings. Or sister and brother-in-law, anyway. Whose fucking line is it? It's Zane's. That's right.
Oh
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry for making you ditch your Dromir class, she exclaimed.
I only waved a hand dismissively, saying, it's no biggie. You come before any damn class.
It's fine. I'll get all the drama I need when I show back up there next time.
I'm going to strangle you.
I could just picture you walking by the room and hearing them say that, and they're just like in the background here, I'm going to strangle you.
She smiled gratefully and tried to hide a yawn. Go ahead.
Like, this is literally like the kind of shit like with the neckbeard story we were talking like we did yesterday, of like the fake shit they were saying.
Fake shit?
Yeah, the stuff where like the two people were pretending to be in a relationship. And like the shitty pickup, and the shitty pickup lines they were using.
Did it actually make the neckbeard mad?
Yes. Yep. The neckbeard was the younger brother of the girl.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did the neckbeard want to fuck his sister? Or?
Basically,
seems that way.
That's the vibes we were getting.
Either wanted to do it or wanted his friend to do it.
Alright, so you're gonna have to link me that episode when it comes out, because...
that train wreck!
Yeah.
It wasn't a train wreck.
I was so unfocused.
Anyways, I should leave. You need more rest. You're lucky today's Friday, I stated, standing and heading for the door.
Good night, Artie, she murmured, causing me to look back, smile, and whisper, Good night, Ava.
Good night, gamer.
Next chapter! Yay!
Also, there's a footnote saying that Drayan is eager for blood or bloodthirsty in Old Norse.
It's actually Icelandic.
Anyway. You know something that's... Well, no, you can also refer to it as Old Norse depending on how far back you're going. Actually, it'd be Nordic. Nordic. Not Norse. But...
Alright, apparently Shrek is mentioned in this chapter, so maybe he's finally here.
The annoying thing to me, though, is the fact that if you're going to name a thing, if you're going to give something a special name, don't give the translation for that in the story, unless you're going to do a full compendium of all the shit you're adding into the world.
Perhaps she made a compendium at some point in time.
She just went full J.R.R. Tolkien and has it to where there's footnotes for footnotes.
Yes.
I remember reading a webcomic about someone whose name translated to firework. And they were an English teacher in some other country, so they're just like, no, don't call me by my name. Call me Firework.
Oh, God.
Author's
I
note.
am a
Thank
scientist.
Thank you, Platinum Gal and Kitty Cat Girly XXX for reviewing. If anyone else is reading this story, please don't be afraid to review. It only takes maybe less than 5 minutes to leave a quick comment or advice. Please and thank you. And if you review, you'll get a slice of cake and a cookie. The cake is a lie. Don't listen to her.
Needs heavy revision. I mean,
decent grammar for the most part, with a few points here and there.
However, characterization, story, world building, all of it's kind of weak.
The world building is in the world of Shrek, so that's kind of pre-existing thing. So
but you still
I am begrudgingly giving that one a pass. Begrudgingly. But at the same time, Christmas elves? Really?
I think those actually are shown to exist. I can't remember. They might.
I'll look
Maybe
it
it was
up,
in the
don't
Christmas
worry.
special. Anyway, needs heavy revision. Consider writing characters to be likable, or at the very least understandable. Not necessarily relatable. You're focusing too much on relatable.
I'll find a shelf Shrek ideas.
Oh God, why? No. No. Little bastard has haunted me for years. Been centuries.
Okay, so I can't see anything that is relating any Christmas elves to Shrek, so...
Never since my first 12th perigee.
You just had an elf on the shelf? That's been
I
haunting
don't even
your
know where
dreams.
he came from. The Lucis didn't drag him in. I just woke up and it was on my shelf.
What does it look like?
Kinda like one of the Earth Elves on his shelves, only gray with yellow eyes.
And did it move around the house by itself?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
No one puts it up, it just appears in the home. Currently in the living room. Not fun.
Maybe somebody with time powers has been moving it around.
Swear to God if it's that elder god that refuses to pay rent.
You have a lot of weird people living in your house.
Yeah, don't remind me.
You know what? I'm glad I don't live with you, actually. Is it my line?
Yes.
The fact? From? Which line?
Ava, and then first paragraph.
Ever. From the time I could get up and move around after that duel, everyone either looked at me in fear or ran away from me. Why? Already accepted.
Because she tried to kill someone in front of the entire school.
Well, Lancelot has a permanent reminder of when he pissed me off.
Yes, you have left a scar on him. Good job.
Is she still wearing her sword, though?
Probably on her back.
Is that why everyone's afraid of her?
Fucking jackass. I don't care if it looks cool. It's not practical to wear it there. Fucking damn it, Dadbot. Nothing has been more chaotic for chat than Dadbot.
I'm just gonna go over here and hide. I'm dead.
Dadbot is pure chaotic energy. There we go. The fact that I'm the last of my race still bothers me. It's gonna be like the last Native American if the Mormons win. We're gonna get into that if we ever do a back alley book club of Twilight, or I am anyway. Going to be looking at how. Is it? God, hi, Daddy, I'm dead. Going to be looking at how Mormon politics affected Twilight's writing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I remember we kept talking about that. Oh god, that was a while
there's some
ago.
more stuff I could get into with that.
Save it for another Twilight fanfiction.
Oh yeah, we do actually have another thing written by Stephanie Meyer that we can do, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner.
Oh,
anyway.
Fuck.
Though much less than for the last few days afterward. For the first few days, I hardly came out of my room. I didn't eat or go to my classes. Artie practically had to force every bite down my throat. That's someone's fetish.
Oh yeah. I know a few people like that.
Oh God.
Let's see. Where do we go? Sorry. He claims he's perfectly fine with it, but I can't help but to feel guilty. I put him through that. He's so kind and gentle and will do anything for the people.
God fucking damn it.
But he doesn't expect anything in return. It just pisses me off that no one besides me is taking the time and effort to get to know him. Sure, he has his flaws as does everyone else, except for me. I'm speaking as Ava here.
Yeah.
He can be selfish, cowardly, timid, stubborn, and sometimes takes things the wrong way, but I love him for it.
I have beaten Dadbot.
Haha, gamer.
Dane's line.
Oh shit, did I really just think that? Damn it. Well, oh well, it's true. But is it wrong to be crushing on your best friend? You tell me.
Hell. If only Artie wasn't head over heels over that bitch Guinevere. That whore doesn't deserve his attention. Holy shit.
Well.
20 druidic cats, are you okay?
Anyway, it was about a month since the day when I kicked Lancelot's ass, and I couldn't find Artie anywhere after choir class was let out.
Why'd
Damn
you
it,
suddenly start with this aggressive language? She said fucking like shit like in the last couple ones.
Damn it, I bet Lancelot's using him for jousting practices again, the bastard. I sighed and quickly made my way to the
What the fuck?
Before I could get halfway there, I heard terrified screams coming from the cheerleaders and a few other students. Snickering to myself, I turned around to see what upset them so much, only to see an ogre accompanied by a gray donkey and an orange cat with boots, a black hat, and a small sword attached to his belt.
It's time!
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ate the sharpest tool in the
Hey,
shed.
do you know where I can find Arthur Pendragon? The ogre asked Gwen?
Gwen.
And her friend who only walked away with their noses upturned.
I turned and hurried to the pitch. What the hell did Artie do now? Why
Wait,
is there an
his name
ogre looking
Artoria
for him?
Pendragon?
The idiot.
Wait, is his name Artoria Pendragon?
Arthur Pendragon.
Alright, Arthur.
After the character from the folklore.
Okay, because if it was Artoria, then this would just be Fate X Shrek.
Is that what they're called in Fate? Artoria?
Artoria Pendragon, yep.
Is that how they gender bent Arthur Pendragon?
Arthuria Pendragon, also reminds as Arturian Ultra, better known as King Arthur, the King of the Yep.
I knew that it was a gender bent version, but Artoria just seems... I kind of wish they had just kept it as Arthur just to fuck with people.
Oh, that would be so cool. This is my lad Arthur.
Oh yeah, her over there, she's Arthur. God damn it. Alright, fuck. I came back through. As I came back through the short tunnel, I saw Lancelot perched on a brown stallion, holding his lance, facing Artie in cheap armor on a wooden horse dummy. My jaw locked in anger, but I didn't rush on the pitch, seeing that asshole could trample me to death. Seeing as that asshole is probably what you meant. Artie's helmet-covered head. As opposed to what?
Yo, hi,
His
Dad.
helmet-covered hand.
Also helmeted would have worked better.
Mm-hmm.
Turned towards me and gazed at me helplessly. I gazed back sympathetically. Just then, Lancelot made his horse rear. This entire story is a horse's ass.
Ba-dun-dun.
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the ogre and his companions come out of the tunnel. They came to a stop before Lancelot charged towards Artie with his lance out. I had a brief flashback. Of the duel and had to physically restrain myself from jumping out there and stopping that asshole from hurting my best friend. In a flash, Artie was on the ground and Lancelot was prancing around on his horse. I started to rush towards Artie, but the ogre moved forward, not noticing where he was going, and stepped on Artie. Nice. I was too far away to hear what they said, but the ogre walked up to Lancelot and swung him over his shoulder. Meanwhile, Artie succeeded to get his armor off and was walking away, holding his stomach. I quickly covered the distance and walked beside him silently.
That dork over there is Artie, I heard Lancelot yell from behind us, causing both of us to glance back.
Also, oh
Hold on, I'm ordering a pizza.
God fucking damn it! Also, what exactly did Dad Bob make you say?
I asked for it, so that one's on me.
You did.
Still ordering a pizza.
Thanks for the update, Zane.
Pizza. Ordering a pizza.
Should I get breadsticks?
Yes, do it.
Well, if she responds to that one, I can imagine some things she'll say. Anyway. Is this literally just going to recreate that entire scene?
Probably.
From Shrek 2? Because...
Probably.
Dear God. Oh, God damn it. I was...
Well, that's
alright, I'm not getting breadsticks, I just want pizza.
Oh, okay.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Lancelot? Is that my line?
Let me check.
Is that my line?
Oh, wait.
Dad, what's my line?
Lancelot.
Dad.
Lancelot.
Lancelot was over the ogre's shoulder and was pointing directly at Artie, hearing hurried footsteps. I glanced back to see Artie run off in a random direction, turned around and glared at the ogre and Lancelot, making the human pale.
This fucking line.
Come on, say it. Say the line, Bart.
Eat my shorts?
Oh,
she doesn't like you, Shrek. The donkey remarked as I stalked off to try and find Artie.
I swear that boy is half elf from the speed he can run away. She's racist too.
Yes, he was nice enough to bring that book about forest elves for me to read. Apparently the elves have their own language called the Ancient Language. Star. Artie and I decided to try and learn it as a way of secret conversation. He had a pretty hard time with it, whereas I picked it up right away.
Curse him. God Dear
I
fucking
guess
God, she makes an Aragon reference.
Yep,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Just reading that.
Eventually,
Of course
with
she
a good
would.
amount of help from me, he got the hang of it. We've been using it ever since.
Of course she'd make a fucking Aragon reference.
I forgot. Is Aragon that movie with that dragon?
Yes, it was
It
also
was
the
a-
book that was written by a teenager that definitely feels like it was written by a teenager.
Yeah, you know,
Wicked.
thing is, he's a decent author, but it does feel kind of fan fictiony. But I think
Well,
he's coming
it's-
back to write some more later.
Yeah,
'cause-
it's the whole thing. Like, his prose isn't bad. It's just the fact that he's not good at making like characters that you can get invested in, and most of the stuff just feels like he's just ripping off other things.
a little
I
bit.
was like being a teenage writer though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I have a special place in my heart for the Aragon series, just because I read it when I was in 6th grade, and I was able to make friends over the book, over having a common interest in the book itself. But like, I actually have.
Meanwhile, everyone thought I was a furry at school for reading Warrior Cats.
You're not a furry?
Actually, no, I'm not. I am many things, but that is the one thing I'm not.
Well, I mean, I wonder if people thought that of me. I didn't really recognize when people were making fun of me in school. Looking back,
Well,
I
no,
can
people
see.
directly asked me if I was a furry. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
I think it's about saying nay to pick up our new mascot, or something useless like that.
I think you skipped a line.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, wait, no, okay, the elf thing. Right. Butterzul, don't you fucking...
Purple
Butterzul
Nurple. Purple Nurple.
Purple Nurples.
I already read what it was, and it was like, damn him, or some shit like that. Whatever.
Curse him.
Curse him, whatever the fuck. I muttered after 15 minutes of searching for him and headed to the mandatory assembly.
Those things aren't mandatory.
And it is a high school.
I think it's about saying nay and to pick our new mascot or some useless thing like that. I don't like getting stared at, so I took the back way and ended up on the balcony overlooking the gym. I sat down in a shadowy corner and listened to Mr. Johnson make his useless and boring speech. Just as the vice principal was wrapping up his speech, I saw the nerds come up here from the other side, dragging a gag darty between them. His bright green eyes were darting nervously around the balcony until they landed on my hidden figure. His eyes immediately softened to a look of relief.
Well, you're not very well hidden, are you?
My school had a mandatory, assembly. I never went though.
Well, it's still a mandatory assembly. It's just that you ditched.
Yeah, because I hated that place with all my being.
I just brought a book and ignored everyone.
I also had both of my I had like for my last year of high school, I had the last two class blocks free, so I just went home.
Nice.
Anyway, what? Were you saying something?
Your line.
Okay, but you said anyway. Did you need to say something?
No, it was just... I thought that you had reached it into it.
Mm-hmm. And? So you were going to add to it?
So I was prompting you to speak. Your line.
Are you sure you didn't want to say anything?
No, not really.
Before we could do anything, Mr. Johnson announced, and the new mascot is...
I heard the door bang open. A man went, Ogre!
Ogre?
Buddy! This keeps happening. There
was a third door open. We summoned Shrek.
Oh shit!
What I presume was the ogre said.
The third door is him opening it.
Yep.
You actually do it twice, and then he's summoned.
Yep.
You don't know when, but he is.
Yes, I am the new mascot. Now let's beat the other team at whatever it is we are doing.
He said the last part like it was a question.
There's a question mark there. You don't need to elaborate. Come on.
Yes. Jesus fucking Christ. I think he might have grabbed the megaphone from Mr. Johnson because his voice was louder when he said, Now can anyone tell me where I can find out other Pendragon?
Lovely.
What?
I lost my place. I'm trying to stall for time. During the time I was listening to the ogre, the nerds ungagged Artie and dropped him over the edge onto the chandelier. The nerds started laughing, but I was already moving.
Why are the nerds bullying him?
Because everyone bullied Artie.
And that's what happened in the movie.
Yes. Wait, did you watch it between now and then?
No, I read a summary on the Shrek.
You read a plot synopsis.
I actually did that the first episode we were doing this to get some context.
I need to
Nice.
find a plot synopsis for Shrek 2.
3.
Shrek 3, yeah.
Please
Right.
don't insult the Shrek 2 movie. It's a perfect masterpiece
No,
sequel.
it's not. It's still bad.
No way.
The first one's a good anti-Disney movie. After that, it's all downhill. The second one is basically just reference.
I like seeing Puss in Boots, but I like cats, so that might be me.
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't enjoyable. I just said it wasn't good. There's a difference.
Ah, okay.
Zane,
Uh-huh.
you're lying.
Okay. Where am I?
Grabbing.
Grabbing my balls. Grabbing them by the collar of their shirts, I dropped them on either side of the chandelier. No. Was
Yes.
that it? Oh.
Yes,
Yep.
that was it. Here, I hope this teaches you not to pick on my best friend, I announced, jumping onto the top of the metal, holding all three of them and carefully unhooking Artie from it. He fell to the floor and broke his neck,
I was about
dying
to say
instantly.
And then she pushed the 3 nerds off after him.
Aww.
They all died.
That's an adorable picture.
Once he landed
It's weirdly timed.
Yeah.
safely, I jumped down and glared at the nerds.
I dropped a... Oh, fuck.
Please.
Ah, shit. Please don't eat me, Daddy. I heard Artie say from behind me.
Immediately, I heard a chorus of "Eat him, eat him, eat him, eat him, eat
I'm
him,
not here
eat
to eat him,
eat
the
him,
ogre.
eat him."
The ogre announced, causing me to turn around and glare at him.
You better not be.
How dare you!
I don't know if you
Oh
heard
my
me do like the double snap, but I just did the double snap.
Fucking God.
I growled, stepping up to stand beside my best friend.
I think this might be the worst type of fan fiction. that being where they're literally just shoving themselves into scenes. This is like the modern Tom and Jerry movie equivalent of fan fiction, fan fiction.
You're right.
You know, where it's just Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and it's literally just an animated version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but then like Tom and Jerry are also there.
Yeah, sometimes they're not even the main plot because they're too busy chasing each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is literally what this is.
I think the only time they were actually connected to the plot but still really self-inserted was the I already forgot the name.
Self-insert.
Yeah, they were actually part of the story in the one where no, I'm thinking Alice in Wonderland, but that's wrong. Dorothy, you know? Wicked Witch of the West. Yeah, and the Wizard of Oz one, they were like actual characters in that instead of just background
Kinda, yeah.
noise.
But yeah, like this is the fan fiction equivalent to that. Holy shit.
When do I get to make a fan fiction about how I'm the only human in the troll session that you're in, Llytic? When do I get to make that fan fiction? When do I say one word and piss somebody off and I immediately get my head chopped off?
You're the first to die whenever that fucking conglomerate got made. Oh, God. That was a horrible time. Again, combining ectobiology equipment, the fucking captcha card reader, a camera, and the fucking alchemimeter thing. Terrible idea. Terrible idea.
I'm just thinking friendship.
Even worse
sim,
idea
but
was having all of us take a group photo with it.
I'm just thinking friendship simulator, but I got the bad end.
I'm just thinking about Dave Sprout in that and his feather sideburns.
Oh, do they have a Dave Sprite friendship sim?
You're talking about Friendship Simulator, the thing that Andrew Hussey made, right? No, wait. I'm thinking Namco High.
Yeah, you're thinking Namco High. I'm thinking
I'm
Friend
thinking
Sim.
Namco High.
Yeah.
That was my bad, because Namco High did the thing to where, like, 3 Homestuck characters got brought into it. Dave Sprite, Terezi, and Jane.
Yeah. Oh no,
Anyway.
I'm talking about Friendship Sim, where it has all the extra trolls.
Yeah, that one. Alright. The ogre glared at me, as he should. Know your place.
How dare you talk to Shrek this way?
Before turning to Artie and saying, "Time to pack up your toothbrush and jammies. You're the new king of far, far away."
Dun-dun-dun.
I gaped at him and said, "What?"
In the background, I heard Lancelot call Artie a king, more like the mayor of Loserville. I can see it now. Artie as mayor and Ava as his wife.
Oh my fucking god.
Ava then pulls out her sword to warn him that she will cut a bitch.
I'm about to cut a bitch. You don't know which bitch, but this bitch gotta be cut.
A bitch will be cut.
Really need to stay out of any alleyways. Make sure any homeless people are far away from me right now. I spun around and glared hatefully at the bastard. "Why don't we go outside and settle this, shall we?" I snarled, gesturing to the door. Oh, fucking god, I am cringing.
He visibly paled and sunk down into his seat a bit.
Oh, burn! Someone called from within the audience.
Yeah. And then everybody clapped. "Is this for real?" Artie asked suspiciously, causing me to turn back to the conversation.
Hang on a sec.
It's Shrek. That's who's speaking. Okay, I guess he stepped away. It's now the Llytic designs. Never mind.
There. Absolutely. Now clean out your locker, kid. You have a kingdom to run.
No, god damn it. Vane. And
Oh
Hey.
god, the better part of this podcast just disappeared.
fuck. Now what are we gonna do? We're nothing without him.
Continue on as forward. I did. Oh god, I even messed that up.
You mess everything up, Tom. Why are you like this?
I don't
Alright,
know.
I'm back again. What did Tom do?
I
Messed everything up. He ruined everything. The best part of the podcast left, and everything went to shit.
This is me right now.
Sorry, I'm trying to suck up to my father so he'll get me pizza. What were y'all doing?
Yeah, it's your line. I grinned.
I grinned and said, at least let me pack
No.
up what I have.
No, not that one.
I grinned at Art and said, you're not going anywhere without me, Pendragon, Daddy-sama.
Scared, Potter.
Are you scared, Potter? You can't escape me, Potter. I am everywhere, Potter.
Jesus fucking Christ, Malfoy. He grinned at me and said, "Give me a sec." Oh my god, she's going to use him to become queen.
As he stepped out onto the gym, I realized what he was about to do.
Oh, jeez fucking Christ. No. Why?
Is it my line again?
Yes.
And Jin? Oh, Jin, I've always loved you, already stated dream.
No. Oh, for the love.
Oh, for the love of...
Mariera.
Oh, for the love of Mara fucking Nara, I whispered, pinching the bridge of my nose and tried to tune Artie's speech out.
And Gwen, oh Gwen, I've always loved you. Already stated dreamland. I think you've left out part of this speech.
Probably. My entire body flinched, missed by everyone except the orange cat. I saw him give me a searching look before turning back to Artie. Yeah, Puss always knows.
Puss knows all.
Oh
He
my.
sees all. You cannot escape him.
I'm building my city people on a rock and roll. Heard Artie announced before the ogre
not
grabbed
a
and said,
rock
you
and roll."
just overdid it.
Oh god, it wasn't even the entire fucking speech.
Nope.
Fucking hell.
Did you want
Also-
to sit through that entire speech? Probably pretty cringy.
I'd have preferred that than starting halfway through. So it just feels weird and awkward instead of... God damn it.
Cringy and awkward.
Yeah, so it's just cringy and awkward instead of annoying, grammatically horrific and awkward.
I see.
Also, a rock and roll. Here's my single rock and roll.
Yep.
I snigered as I followed them out. I don't trust-
Snigerd.
I don't trust YouTube's analytics.
No, Snigerd.
I don't trust YouTube's analytics.
Oh,
What the
okay.
heck does Snigerd mean?
No. I get what he's saying. I get what he's
It's a giggle.
It's Sniggered, not Snigerd, right?
I don't trust YouTube's analytics. They're like algorithm, not analytics. I don't trust the algorithm.
The ogre put him down and turned to me saying, "So, I guess you're going."
I'm going to try and avoid saying this way so that I don't trip the algorithm and it comes after me. Never mind.
And that's why he's the better part of the podcast. He disappeared again.
Because he quite possibly bring on the YouTube bots down to bring down the YouTube bots on our head.
I mean, maybe. This is your channel, dude.
That's not a better part. I don't want to set the world on fire. I want to start a flame in your heart. On Zane, waiting on Zane, on Zane, waiting on Zane, waiting on Zane.
There once was a hero named Ragnar the Red.
God fucking damn it.
I grinned and said, at least let me pack up what I have.
He nodded and followed Artie and I to our rooms. When I entered mine, I immediately changed into my dark blue dress. I grabbed my suitcase and strapped on my sword and bow, tucking my diary and drawings into the waterproof closable quiver my weapons teacher gave me at the orphanage.
Why are you teaching orphans to fight?
Because it turns out the weapons teacher at the orphanage is actually run by Bruce Wayne.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Never mind. It's okay then.
It all makes sense now. He's passing on the trauma.
Mhm.
As I left my former room, I gave it another look around and then closed the door.
Artie and the other three were already out there when I came out. Wordlessly, we strode down the halls and out the front doors. I noticed the cat kept sneaking glances at me as we exited the drawbridge and down the road towards a huge boat in the distance.
Hey, he just wants to know if he can ride your Wolg.
Wait, about...
Are you okay, man?
Yeah.
Okay. Just seems kind of out of it suddenly.
Oof.
Okay. Oh man, what the hell have I gotten myself into? I felt myself tense up as we got nearer to the boat in the water. I already knows about my fear, and I hung back so that he was walking beside me.
The power had already gone to Artie's head. As king, I command you to no longer be afraid of water.
That's not how that works. I'm king!
You okay? He asked quietly as we neared the cold, dark waters the boat was floating on. Yeah, there's something in the depths that's going to reach out and drag you down there.
Oh god, it's the Kraken from Harry Potter. More specifically, the one from that fanfiction we read.
Just let Donkey flirt with it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just let it have sex with the building.
In this case, the boat.
Oh god. They're on that boat. At least the building wasn't occupied.
We'll all float on, okay.
Oh god, this was the one where he was also coming to terms with his fatherhood, wasn't he?
Maybe?
No, that was fourth.
Yep, that was Shrek 3.
No, that was fourth. And 3, he was at college.
No, I'm talking about Shrek.
Shrek coming to terms with his fatherhood. Shrek 3 was when he had kids, I think.
Yeah, because that was the whole thing. Because that also had.
No, Shrek 3 is when he went to college. Shrek Forever After, I think, is the one where he was coming down with his fatherhood, like trying to raise the kids, and he was like,
No, not trying to raise. Fiona was pregnant.
Oh, is this the one where Artie becomes his son?
Yes.
Is that what this is? Okay.
He was the surrogate son in that movie. That's right.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Because I was like, I'm suddenly remembering a song that Donkey sang. Oh shit, that's right. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue, man in the moon. When you're coming home, boys, I don't know when, but we'll be together then. No, I got son and dad mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Whose line is it?
Pretty sure it's Zane's.
What is my line?
On the beach.
On the beach, I froze up and couldn't move no matter how much I wanted to. Shrek just tossed me on the boat like an asshole.
Unless Tom didn't say the "you okay" line.
I did.
Okay, yeah, then it was Zane's turn. The ogre noticed this and asked, "Hey, you coming?"
Okay. Artie went up to him and explained the situation. The green monster only sighed, walked towards me, tossed me over his shoulder, and boarded the boat with Artie trailing after us. There we go.
I called it. The ogre set me down on the foot of the stairs and said, "Well, I guess we should get the introductions out of the way. I'm Shrek, and that's Donkey, and the cat is Puss."
I found my voice and said, "I'm Ava Thalaela."
Shrek only nodded.
Also, green monster. Wow, aren't you not a hypocrite? I just like the way that people discriminate against me. This green monster.
Yeah, call him what he is, the green lad.
Call him an ogre.
Shrek only nodded before walking past me to the wheel of the ship and steered it out to sea. Oh man, why did I offer to go with Artie? Oh yeah, I'm not going to get left behind while my best friend gets to rule an entire kingdom. Wow, you bounce back fast, girl.
What are you? What the fuck has this story become?
She's the last of the forest elves, don't you know?
This went from like stereotypical fanfiction bullshit to just existentially weird.
Hey, Shrek's in it and it's better now, so I mean,
yes,
still not good, but it's better.
It's better.
The rocking of the ship started making me nauseous. Finally, it became too much, and I dashed to the side of the boat to hurl my lunch up. After I hurled my guts out, I scrambled away from the edge of the boat and into the corner. Wait a second, if I'm at a corner, I'm closer to the sea! After about half an hour, my stomach settled down enough to let me stand up without having to run to throw up. I stood up on shaky legs and walked around for a bit. After a few minutes, an ominous feeling overtook me, like something somewhere wasn't right. Feeling a shiver run down my spine, I glanced around to see where we were at. The school was a teeny speck on the horizon. I thought boats would be faster.
Apparently, it is pretty fast. That's half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. And we were sailing parallel to another stretch of land with plenty of sharp-looking rocks near the shore.
This is like the speedboat thing in that fucking RPG horror story all over again. We should be able to go across. We should be able to go across an ocean in one night. Like literally, I checked and walked like the 30 feet walking speed. Means that most characters can walk faster than boats in D&D move.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, which is really funny if you have a character with a swim speed.
Yeah, just
you can technically outswim a boat. Not like by a lot, but you can.
Interesting.
In the background, I heard Artie talking with Donkey and Shrek.
Donkey?
Cat to the cradle and the silver spoon.
What's on your mind, Nina? A Spanish accented voice asked from behind me.
I turned and saw Puss jump up on the railing I was leaning against.
No, nothing much, I replied, brushing my bangs out of my face.
She gonna fuck the cat.
Maybe. After a bit of
Oh,
silence,
God.
Puss asked, "Please correct me if I'm wrong, but you are an elf, yes?"
Sighing, I nodded and added the last one in existence. I could just picture just Push just being like, bit narcissistic of you to assume, but okay. Like
The
Push
weird
has already
thing-
met like 3 different elves.
You act as if you are the only one. Sighing, I nodded and added, the last one in existence.
I just
Sure you
okay.
are.
You just read that.
Oh, wait, no. As I said those words, I felt a sharp pain in my chest.
Push stabbed me in the heart.
Oh, God!
He patted my hand sympathetically and pulled the rapier out from my chest. Now there are no more elves.
No words, only dreams now.
He patted my hand sympathetically and said, "I'm sorry to hear that. No person, especially a beautiful young woman like you, should have to carry that burden."
Okay, that is in keeping with Puss.
A small
Weirdly
smile wormed its way across my lips, and I stated, "You sure have a way with words."
Did
I'm
anyone
just
see
trying
the?
to get into your pants.
Did anyone see the Puss in Boots standalone movie?
Please don't remind me that thing existed.
I kind of want to.
Is
I
it
saw
Puss
it and
and
it
the
was-
Three Amigos, like with the stupid young cats?
No,
Is that a series? Okay, I'm
No,
thinking
no,
about
different
something
thing.
else more terrifying.
the Puss in Boots movie was actually pretty decent. I enjoyed it.
I am Puss.
Granted,
Puss in
Puss in
Boots?
Boots was like the best thing about like the second Shrek movie.
Mm-hmm.
Whose fucking line is it? Is it mine? Yes, it is mine. A small purr-like chuckle was my answer before the cat jumped off and walked away. I watched the water below and started to feel my fear ebb away. Suddenly the ship jerked, nearly sending me into the water.
What the hell? I yelled, gripping the railing as the ship jerked again.
What the hell? My stomach churned and bile rose up to my throat. Spitting it out, I glanced up to see at the wheel to see Shrek and Artie fighting over it.
Oh dear.
Ladies, you're both pretty. Can we please stop fighting now? Throwing caution to the wind, I let go of the railing and stepped towards the wheel, intending to stop the argument, when Artie suddenly let go of the wheel and used the momentum to break the entire thing off. Fucking idiot. The boat jerked again and made me slip on the wood and hit the side of a barrel.
My vision started to flicker, and right before it faded completely, I heard someone yell, "Shrek!"
Sorry, yes, this is an Aragon reference. I'm going to be using a combination of ancient language and the dwarf language in this fic from the Aragon book series.
That's not how you spell combination.
Combination.
Combination. Also, Barzul Nerlag. Curse him.
I don't own Shrek 3 or its characters. I only own Ava, Mr. Johnson, Queen Maya, and any other OC in here. Meerkat Girl 13.
Posh.
AKA the previous name before she became 20 druidic cats.
Alright,
I misspelled cats in the description in the tags. Whoops.
You can go fix that, can't you?
Yeah.
Alright,
Question is, do I want to?
Alright, I'm gonna have to cut it now.
All right. I was planning on cutting it off anyway now because
Hey,
it's been a
just-
little over an hour.
Okay,
Special
sometimes we
Shrek
run
has
for a bit
arrived.
longer,
Never
just
fear.
checking.
special thank you to Destiny Baird if you want a shout out either audibly or visually. Consider donating to our Patreon. Link in the description.
Meet me in the parking lot behind the school and I'll let you touch my boob.
Thanks, Destiny. That's what I'm going to go with.
Anyway.
Wait, was I supposed to say something nice? You should have warned me beforehand. My natural inclination isn't to be a nice person, okay?
We know that.
I'm too San Andre for this shit.
Anyway, that's where we're going. Last time you offered handies, so
See y'all next time.
yeah.